In 1958, this strange device was implanted into a man named Arne Larsen. Arne, at the age of 43, suffered from frequent fainting attacks due to loss of synchronization between two chambers of his heart. This device saved his life. Not only did it save his life, it showed us for the first time that instead of taking a pill, an electronic device could restore health. Since 1958, of course, electronics have become far more sophisticated. Today, we have devices like cochlear implants to restore hearing and deep brain stimulators that alleviate depression. Surprisingly, however, the size of these devices hasn't changed much over the years. They're still on the same scale as this first pacemaker. The reason is quite simple. A few years ago, a medical device company announced that they made the world's smallest pacemaker. It's shown here on top of a US penny. The problem was that they hadn't figured out a way to power it. Or to put a battery on it, it wouldn't be quite that size anymore. The problem here is the power bottleneck. How do we power these devices while keeping them small? My research focuses on wireless powering. How do we get energy from the outside to the inside? Wireless powering by itself is a fairly old technology. It's been around since the early 1900s with Nikola Tesla. If we were to look at the very first pacemaker, in 1958, it actually included a coil on it for wireless powering. It's the red wire. But these systems don't address the power bottleneck problem. If you look at the cochlear implants that we have today, the coil is still much larger than the electronics. We've replaced a large battery with an equally large coil. My research tries to tackle this problem, and the essential idea is to try to reshape the electromagnetic field formed inside the body. Rather than to rely on coils to produce fields like this on the left, we found that we can engineer electromagnetic structures that can control fields and create the pattern that we see on the right. Within this field, we can power devices that are far smaller and far deeper than were previously possible. Using this kind of system, we've been able to demonstrate devices that are extremely small, just about 2 millimeters in size. We've shown in animal models that we can use these devices as pacemakers to regulate cardiac rhythm, and also for optogenetics, technology for controlling brain function using light. I want to end now by finishing the story of Arne Larsen. Arne actually went on to live until the age of 86. He outlived the doctor and even the engineer who designed the device. Can a small wireless device like this one day give us new ways to restore health? If so, then maybe one day we will all think of electronics this way Arne did. I'm John. I'm with the National University of Singapore.